I call it the rule of reductive attempts, right? If you try if you try so many things, you will eventually become successful because you learn all of the things not to do. If you just keep trying, so like you think of it as like a boiling pot of salt water, right? You got a whole bunch of water and a little bit of salt. The way that you get the salt is you reduce the water, and you do that by boiling. And it's the same thing in entrepreneurship. You have all of these ideas, and none of them are wrong, but you never really get good at anything until you try, and you stumble and you fail. I played sports all growing up. I played soccer, lacrosse, baseball, and I didn't get good until I really honed in, and I tried, and then I played against better players than me, and I learned from them, and then I get better and better and better. But it was because I kept trying. I kept picking myself up, and that's the same thing with entrepreneurship. It's like you don't know everything. There are all these like kids that are out there. I'm 40 years old. There are all these kids out there, 19, 20. They're selling this dream to other people, and I don't mean to be mean. Some of them are probably pretty good at what they do, but they're selling this dream that all you got to do is start creating content online, and then you can sell courses, and then you can do XYZ. And that's not the truth for most people. It's really like it works for some people who have the ability to just open their mouth and sell and talk, but that's not the common folk, right? I talk to people who are in their 30s and 40s all the time, and they're just like, I have a dream to be an entrepreneur, but I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to I don't know how to come up with a good idea. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And my I have the benefit of having 20 years, 25 years of like just kicking things around and seeing what would work, and then losing a whole ton of money, and then, oh, I don't want to do that. Maybe I should think about like creating some type of a business plan before I start, or at least have a marketing plan so that you know who you're selling to and you know how to sell to them. Um, like, I think that if you just go for long enough, you'll eventually get to the point where something takes, and then you're like, "Okay, cool. Now let's apply this little principle that I learned from a failure 10 years ago to this equation and see if that supercharges things." And you just end up, you know, getting better and better and better, but you gotta try stuff.
Yeah, definitely. They say the road to success is paved with failure, and I
Yeah.
like your boiling over analogy because that states it perfectly. If you're interested in learning more about the tidbits and advice that they have, then you should consider subscribing to the Two Comma Club newsletter, where you'll get daily updates and advice on the podcast and the things that we are learning from the individuals who have made at least $1 million. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com or click the link in the description down below and subscribe.